Monday morning. I worked most of the day yesterday. On Sunday, I know it's a weekend, but the job is important. So I'm gonna get started, get this day started, get this week started. It's gonna be another crazy one, but I'll see you at the office. So it's one of those beautiful days here in New York City. The humidity is very low and the temperature is in the high 60s, mid 70s. So, and it just has a slight breeze. So as you bike, it's just kind of cooling and it feels good. It feels good. Blue skies everywhere, which is lovely, but I won't see any of them except for when I go out and get breakfast. It is definitely going to be, if you thought that the last few weeks have been a bit crazy in the amount of work and the days that I was putting in, this week will probably top all of them. I kind of need to compress 5 days into 14. I don't know. It's going to be a crazy week. A lot of hours to put in, a lot of time and thought into these projects. So I'm gonna go get some breakfast and coffee, of course. I will see you in a little bit. So there's this thing called the lizard brain. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Seth Godin did a great book and many articles about trying to calm the lizard brain. Your lizard brain is the prehistoric. It's really your old world brain that controls your fight or flight and your ability to delay doing things that you know you should do. The ability, it kind of is the one that makes you keep looking for likes and followers and subscribers and all that other stuff. It's what distracts you. It's what distracts all of us. And to fight it and to appease it in order to get things done and not question and not think about other people's opinions is a tricky circumstance. One of the ways that I find to appease my lizard brain is while I'm working on a big project that is going to require my focus and also my concentration over long periods of time, when I know I'm going to be pulling really long days for the next few weeks. I tend to go to shows that I really truly enjoy and have watched. The key is I've watched them many times. I know the plot, I know what's gonna happen, I know the storyline, and they're long form shows, so they're a show that lasted, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons. And so I can put them on, I can put my headphones on, and I can have this tiny little window with that show running, no commercials, just episode after episode after episode in order. And what happens is, at least for me, this is my technique, is that show playing in the background is kind of like a radio show. It kind of appeases my mind and it takes that lizard brain and makes it think about the show. And so then my natural, creative side of my brain and my, intellectual side of the way I have to think and problem solve are free to deal with the job at task because the lizard brain is being appeased by this show, by the storyline, by the plot twists, even though I know what's going to happen. I found it extremely useful. That's why I watch a show. Every year I've watched Battlestar Galactica, the entire series from beginning to end, sometimes a few times a year depending on the the work schedule. I've watched all of Star Trek from beginning to end. I've watched a number of sci-fi shows. You know, movies are fantastic, movies are great, but the problem with movies is that they're too short. They're only an hour, 2 hours, and 90 minutes. So it's just not enough time for my lizard brain. By that time, I'm on to, you know, I'm working for 8, 10, 12 hours a day, you know, 4, 5, 6 days a week. So I need something that's long form, deep storyline, has a lot of intricate, you know, plot twists and stuff like that. But I also don't like comedy. For me, distracts me, and something that's too dark and too ominous and too kind of depressing also distracts me. Just doesn't put me in a good mood. So sci-fi is my go-to distraction for my lizard brain. Very interesting technique that I've learned over the years, especially from working alone. Alright, getting back to Battlestar Galactica and all the images that I have to work on. So it's Monday night. It's actually Tuesday morning if you don't go to sleep. It's 12:30 at night. Told you I was gonna have a crazy day. I didn't get up from my desk really at all, just to go to the bathroom and maybe check on prints and stretch my legs a little bit, but got a lot of work done today. It's a brutal day, but very productive. Got through pretty much the whole first season of Battlestar Galactica, solving that lizard brain. I'm biking home. It's kind of a beautiful night. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night.